The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus, Part 3. Claus creates his first toy. When Claus left the enchanted forest of Percy, he walked all the way to its eastern edge. And there, among the green hills, by a little stream, with the forest at his back, he stopped. For a moment he silently observed the place, which seemed to welcome him. Then he joyfully exclaimed, "Here, this will be my home!" And so it was. Many, many years ago, Claus chose the Laughing Valley. And from that moment on, it remained his home forever. Claus, wise and warm-hearted, longed to bring happiness to every child he met. He walked through the valley and visited the nearby villages. And wherever he went, children soon gathered around him. They quickly grew fond on his cheerful face and gentle eyes. They played with him, laughed, climbed onto his shoulders, sat on his knees, or curled up in his arms as if they had belonged there forever. At that time, children were often forgotten and frequently neglected. Perhaps it was why Claus' attention felt like a small miracle to so many of them. Even poor or ill children who rarely smiled lit up like little suns in his presence. One quiet winter evening, Claus sat by the crackling fireplace while his cat Blinkie curled around his feet. The long cold nights in the Laughing Valley were peaceful and there wasn't much work to do, so Claus picked up a piece of wood. He began to hum a cheerful melody and started carving something. Blinkie sat across from him, her green eyes carefully watching his every move. Slowly, familiar shapes began to emerge from the simple wood. A delicate cat's head, pointy ears, a tiny nose. Claus carved the little body and finally wrapped the tail around the front paws, just as Blinkie always did when she was content. The real Blinkie observed everything with great seriousness. When he placed the finished wooden kitten on the floor in front of her, the real cat stepped closer, meowed, and began to walk around her new companion, sniffing and examining it. After a moment, she sat down beside it contentedly, as if approving. "Oh, meow, this is perfectly done." Claus laughed, and in that moment he felt a strange, deep joy he had never experienced before. That night he made his very first toy, a simple wooden cat, which became the beginning of a great tradition that would one day make children's eyes shine all around the world. Suddenly, Claus's thoughts were interrupted by crying. He quickly put on his shoes, pulled on his cap, and ran out into the snowstorm. Snow blew into his eyes, the wind whipped his face, but Claus pressed on. His hand touched something soft. A child. He quickly lifted the little one up and carried him home. By the fireplace, he covered him with a warm blanket. The child opened his eyes and smiled. It was a little Weekum, a boy from the house beyond the valley. "How did you get lost in the storm, Weekum?" Claus asked with sincere concern. "I wanted to go to my aunt's house, but I lost the path," the boy explained. "Were you afraid?" "Yes, I was cold. The snow kept falling into my eyes, and then I fell into the snow until the wind covered me." Little Weekum began looking around, his eyes full of curiosity. "Your cat is pretty, Claus," he said quietly. "May I hold her?" But Blinkie, the real cat, ran away. "Not the real one, Claus," the boy continued, "but this little cat." Claus handed him the wooden toy, and Weekum hugged it tightly and gently kissed its wooden ear. And so, Claus not only created his very first toy, but also saved the little Weekum from the dangerous winter. Claus gently stroked the boy's head, and Weekum smiled at him. "I'm all right now," Weekum said. "Yes," Claus replied happily. "Now I'll take you home to your mother." "May I keep the wooden kitty, Claus?" the boy asked. "She's better than real cats. She doesn't run away, and she doesn't scratch. May I keep her, please?" "Of course," Claus smiled, pleased that his toy could bring joy to a child. He wrapped the boy and the wooden cat in a warm cloak, lifted them onto his broad shoulders, and carefully walked through the snow to the poor little house of Weekum's mother. "Look, Mama!" Weekum cried when they entered the house. "I have a kitty!" Her eyes filled with tears of joy. She hugged the boy and thanked Claus for saving his life. With a warm feeling in his heart, Claus returned to the Laughing Valley. That night, sitting by the fire, he said to himself, I think children will like wooden cats almost as much as real ones. I'll make another." The next cat was carved even better than the first, and so his great work began. In the morning, Claus set out for the village. In a small poor hut lay a sick little girl. Claus approached her quietly, pulled the wooden cat from beneath his cloak, and placed it in her arms. The girl's eyes lit up with joy at once. She hugged the wooden cat as tightly as if she were holding the most precious treasure in the world. Her fever eased, the pain softened, and the girl fell into a sweet, peaceful sleep. Claus had never felt such joy and fulfillment before. The fame of Claus's toys quickly spread to all cottages and villages. Children from every corner came to him for toys, and no child ever left empty-handed. Claus was always busy, but happy to bring joy to so many children. His immortal friends supported and helped him. Soon Claus's living room transformed into a wonderful workshop. By the window he had a work table with everything he needed. He carved one toy after another, and his heart was so full of joy that he spent the whole day singing, laughing, and whistling. It's because I live in the Laughing Valley, where everything laughs, Claus said. But that was not the only reason for his happiness. Claus's kindness did not go unnoticed. Deep in the remote mountains live mysterious beings called the carves, who cannot stand the joy and happiness Claus brings. They will cause our good Claus so much trouble that they will nearly deprive the children of their most faithful friend. What exactly are they planning? And how will Claus face this unexpected danger? You will find out in the next part of the magical story, The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus. And believe me, it will be truly exciting. With love, your Panda Millie.